So you want to know what it's like to live in Antioch, California? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. So let's get to it. Welcome to the Thriving in the San Francisco East Bay channel. I'm Rich Fleming, your local realtor, and I'm here to teach you everything you need to know about living, working, playing, sleeping, eating. You know the drill in the San Francisco East Bay. I do these videos because I have moved places and not known anything or anyone. So if you got questions, you know what to do. Drop me a text, give me a call, send me an email. Because when it comes to helping you transition to the San Francisco East Bay, I got your back. Now, in today's video, we are going to talk a little bit and take a little bit of a tour around the city of Antioch, California. And as I always do in these videos, let's start with where you can find Antioch on the map. Now, as I always do in these videos, let's start with where you can find Antioch on the map. So from Oakland, if you look about northeast of Oakland, about 35, 37 miles or so, you will find Antioch. And to get here from Oakland, you would take Highway 24 east into Walnut Creek. Then from Walnut Creek, you would take 680 north into Concord. Then you take Highway 242 north, which will take you to Highway 4 east. And Highway 4 east, it's a really pretty long highway. It runs from Hercules on the west. That's where it terminates there. And then it'll take you out to Stockton, which is in the Central Valley. So Antioch is a long Highway 4. Without traffic, it's probably a good 40, 45 minutes or so. And with traffic, getting from Oakland to Antioch could be easily an hour, maybe an hour and a half. So that's where you can find it on the map. So Antioch has a population of about 115,000 people spread out over about 29 square miles. So that gives it a population density of a little bit over 3,900 people per square mile, which is pretty standard suburban for the Bay Area, I guess. Maybe a little bit lower than some other suburban areas. So a little bit about the history of Antioch. It came into existence in 1848. Initially, it has been known by a number of different names: Smith's Landing, Marsh Landing, but the area came into existence in the mid 1800s. It incorporated as a city in 1872, and the reason for Antioch forming was really to do with shipping. It's right on the Delta, and that gives it great access inland and out to the Pacific Ocean. And it was also known for mining. That's why it became so important in this area. So as far as employment opportunities are concerned, your options in Antioch are somewhat limited. Antioch is really a bedroom community. Most people have to commute to cities such as Walnut Creek, Oakland, Fremont, San Francisco for more job opportunities. The biggest employers in the city, Kaiser Hospital, Antioch Unified School District, the City of Antioch, Sutter Delta Hospital. So you're not really seen or don't really have a whole bunch of variety as far as employment opportunities here. So as far as housing is concerned, Antioch has a really wide variety of housing available to it. There are tons of apartments here. You have very modern, for lack of a better term, McMansions with 5, 6 bedrooms, 3,000, 4,000 square feet. You have homes built in the 1920s and 30s, 2 bedrooms, so on. It just really depends on what you're looking for and what your budget is. The median price home in Antioch is selling for about $620,000 right now. That is up about 3.3% over last year. but the number of days it's taking to sell a home in Antioch, just due to the slowdown due to rising interest rates, has gone up to about 38 days, which is a significant increase over last year. So homes last year were selling in about probably about 14 days last year in Antioch. This has a lot more to do with the overall economic market and interest rates, mortgage interest rates, than anything to do with Antioch specifically. As far as transportation is concerned, your options in Antioch are somewhat limited. The primary highway in Antioch is Highway 4. It kind of runs through the center of the city, dividing the city into the northern part and the southern part. The northern part tends to be the older part of the city. Smaller homes, older homes there. I'll come back to a little bit more about the divide in the city. But as far as transportation is concerned, this is a really car-dominant city. You have some bus service provided by Delta Transit. There is a BART station here in Antioch. So if you're going into Oakland, Berkeley, San Francisco, a lot of people take BART because driving is painful if you're trying to go into the city, into San Francisco. But just getting around the city, just the local area, it is a very car-dominant region. So for a suburb, Antioch has a pretty big school district. It has about 17,000 students. I think there are about 14 elementary schools, 5 middle schools, and 3 primary high schools. There are 2 or 3 alternative high schools in the city. People's experience with the schools varies dramatically by where you are in the city. Some people have challenges with the school district. Some people absolutely love the schools their kids attend. And for better or worse, like many school districts, your experience may depend on your geographic location in the city or within the school district. So let's talk about crime here in Antioch. Now, Antioch has a reputation for being a high crime city, and it does have the 5th highest crime rate in Contra Costa County after the cities of Richmond, San Pablo, Pittsburgh, and El Cerrito. But the story of crime in Antioch is really a story of neighborhoods, like it is in most cities that have crime challenges. And if you look at crime maps, you will find most of the crime challenges in Antioch are really to the west and the north side of the city, north side being north of Highway 4. And there are a whole bunch of historical, social, economic reasons for this. But if you look at many of the other neighborhoods further to the south and further to the east, you will find extremely low crime neighborhoods. So look at the individual neighborhoods you're considering. Don't just put the whole city into one big category. So what are the pros of living in Antioch? Well, I would say they're twofold. One, the affordability and the wide variety / access to housing in Antioch. As I mentioned earlier, Antioch is relatively affordable by Bay Area standards, and there is a very large diversity of housing here. So that's very good especially if you're just breaking into the market. The second real pro of being in Antioch is its access to the Delta. If you're very big into boating, there is a very big boat culture here. You can get into the San Francisco, San Joaquin Delta. There is really a huge boating culture in this area. So those are really the 2 primary benefits. Now, as far as cons related to living in Antioch, I would say they're probably 2 or 3-fold. One is the lack of employment opportunities overall here. Chances are you're going to have to commute if you live in Antioch. Secondly, the crime rate in Antioch is higher than many other cities, but you just have to really pay attention to the neighborhoods in Antioch. There are good people everywhere, but if that's a concern, really do your homework on that. And the third drawback of living in Antioch is really the transportation. Highway 4 is the only highway going through Antioch, and everyone's on it. So if you're thinking of driving and commuting into work, just prepare yourself for very long commutes. It is not an easy place to drive in and out of during commute hours. So if you have questions about anything that I covered in this video, you know what to do. Drop me a text, give me a call, send me an email, because when it comes to helping you transition to the San Francisco East Bay, I got your back. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up so YouTube knows to show it to other people with interests similar to yourself. Hit that subscribe button and hit that bell notification so you know each and every time I drop a new video, and I'll catch you in the next video.